What's up, everybody? It's Matt from TDM Style here. Welcome back again. Back so soon, I know, but it's been an exciting week already. So your boy got his first dose of COVID vaccine. We have a new president today here in America, so cheers to that, America. And the owner of Combover DM'd me right after I did my review/roast of them. So, here we go. Yeah, so if you haven't watched that video yet, I'll put it up here. But the long and short of it is, I reviewed their brand, and because it was like gross masculinity, terrible, awful jokes, whatever. Just watch the video, you'll understand. And so when I posted that, I tagged them on Instagram, like, hey, I reviewed your stuff. And not long afterwards, I got a DM from the owner, and I was fully expecting to just be like blasted. Like I thought it was gonna be, just angry backlash. But to my great surprise, it was this. Which I thought was really cool, which is why I liked it. So then we ended up actually having a nice conversation, so I wanted to do an update video to let you guys in on all the info that I found out about the brand. So first things first, my main, thing that I couldn't figure out in the first video was like, is this just a jape? Is it satire, or are they real? And to me, it seemed like it was real because it was everywhere. But so after talking with the guy, it is all satire. So I was very happy to hear that. So as it turns out, the owner is a super nice guy, and we had a very chill conversation, even though I literally had just roasted his entire fucking brand on my YouTube channel. So we talked about some things. He said, yeah, it is all satire, and it's, we're making fun of, basically the whole thing is, the idea is they're making fun of this persona that seems to come up of like, 18-year-old recruits who just came out of boot camp and they think they're hot shit and they talk that way. And so I was really happy to find out that like they're not actually like that. Like the owners aren't actually like that, like it's all just japes. And so I said, I was like, I kind of feel bad now that I like roasted the whole brand, like thinking it was a real thing. And he was like, dude, no worries. Like, let me know your mailing address. I'll send you some more of our products to check out. So first things first, I want to say like, thank you for being so awesome and like chill about that. And I mean, I guess really it's shame on me for not like contacting them ahead of time and just being like, hey, like, is this all jokes? I did a lot of research, well, as much research as I could. And it's just, I fully accept fault for that one. I should have just reached out to the brand directly and just asked them before doing that. But it was an opportunity. This did bring up a couple points of conversation in the comments on both my video, as well as like I posted it on Everything Pomade on Facebook and all that. So the point was brought up that like, well, okay, yeah, it's satire, but if you have to explain that something is satire, maybe it's not real good satire. And the counter argument to that was, well, it's really only targeted at military clientele who understand that it's all humor, so it doesn't matter that like civilians don't understand that it's all satire because that's not the target audience. So I see both sides of that, because for the record, I still think that the jokes are not like, it's old, like it's old hat to be like women, dicks, whatever, like that's whatever. That's my personal thoughts on that. But so like the owner was telling me, he's like 90% of our business is just military, and so it seems to not be affecting business for them. That their target clientele just gets that it's all japes and are fine with it. So I leave that up to you guys to discuss. I mean, my personal thought, I tend to kind of agree more with like, well, if you aren't sure that it's satire, maybe it's not great satire, but I digress. But yeah, like I said, either way, regardless of how I personally feel about the satire itself, I am glad that it is satire. He did mention, like I talked about in the FAQ, how they said like they don't have a return policy, and he said like, well, we do actually, like, we'll replace damaged jars and that sort of thing. So that was good. So another exciting thing though is that my previous video did get some chads to come out of the woodwork to defend their tiny penises. I mean honor, after I injured their fragile masculinity. So I thought we would take this opportunity to roast them directly too, so that, you know, they don't feel left out. So we got people like Mark Swoleman here. For anyone who is offended or feels this company is disrespectful, because unrespectful isn't a real word. Who the fuck said unrespectful? I didn't say that. They're going to add a complaint/suggestion form titled ID10T to the website. As an IT person, that joke is fucking tired. Also, for a person talking about the ID10T form, I figured out, so someone else in the comments did use the word unrespectful, which, yeah, obviously that's not a word, whatever. But if you wanted to, like, come at that person, and, like, there's a reply feature to comments, so you could have replied directly to them, but you didn't. If a lifetime of participation awards and positive affirmations were a dude, it would be this dude reviewing. What you got against positivity, Cameron? I mean, you liked your own comment to try and get that off the ground, but, you know, obviously that didn't work out very well for you, did it? Also, I don't know, I feel like if I wanted a participation award, I wouldn't necessarily be the kind of guy who's not afraid to come out and literally make a review on the internet for people to see, just roasting a brand. But, you know, you do you, buddy. Are those E-rings and that purple hair really your choice, or did you lose a bet to one of Prince's capital children? He even edited that comment too. How many attempts did it take you to get that to the point where you thought it was good? Also, that joke would be funnier if Prince actually had some children that survived, you fucking degenerate. Like, read the Wikipedia article next time before you try to make a funny. Vagina is a medical term, stop cringing. Did you actually watch the video though, bro? Like, I'm not cringing at the word vagina, I can say it. Vagina. I was cringing at the fact that a beard oil scent was called your sister's vagina. Not exactly the same thing, but here, points for participation. Unlike the dye in this guy's hair, combat comb-over won't cause brain damage. Ah yes, I see. A fellow intellectual science man. Only girls fucking dye their hair, bro. Are you fucking gay? If aren't able to pick up the amount of satire the brand does, then you would probably need a Cat 4 waiver to enlist. Now I have to fucking Google shit. Oh, okay, category 4, people who scored between 10th and 31st percentile in the pre-enlistment aptitude test. So basically fucking idiots. Okay, well done, because you made me look it up. So points for that one. Or maybe it's back to that argument that, like, if you're not really sure whether it's satire, it's not great satire. You seem so offended, probably should have bought the female pomade instead. Ha! See, now this is interesting, because Braden here has been following me for a while. Yeah, see, I have this cool feature in the back end that I can see how long people have been publicly subscribed to me for. So is that, like, is this another jape, or have you just been waiting all that time for your moment to shine with a comment like this one? I mean, it got 4 likes, so, you know, it's pretty good. And my favorite one of the bunch comes from our friend Chris Baldwin here. If you wondered what team this Herm played for, just skip to 1402. Which, what happened to 1402? So, I mean, in terms of the formula itself, it does look pretty creamy in the jar. So what I want to know is why were you so curious, Chris? Did I confuse you sexually? Also, Chris, just so you're aware, I don't think that the term hermaphrodite has been used since, like, the early 80s, so it's time for you to get with the program, you homophobic fucking boomer. Hey everybody, it's Editing Matt here, and also my cat Mamoru, because, you know, he didn't want to be left out. So I just wanted to chime in real quick here, because in the past couple of days as I've been editing this video, I got to chat a little bit more with Daniel, the guy who owns Combat Combover, and so he basically gave me some backstory, or more backstory, on some of the scents and how they're, like, apparently stereotypes in the military world. So for instance, like the story behind the I married a stripper scent, apparently it's a stereotype among young military troops that a lot of them end up marrying strippers and then get divorced because obviously it was a bad idea. And like the high interest muscle car thing from the FAQ. Apparently that's, you know, because troops are young and they don't have a lot of bills, so that, but they make a good wage, so like they often spend their money on high interest cars. So he said, you know, if you ever visit a military base, you'll probably see a lot of like brand new cars hanging around. So I guess these are all things that all the military folks who typically buy Combat Combover already understand, and so that's how they know that it's satire. And so, okay, all right, don't relax. No, it's okay. Okay, yeah, say hello to everybody before you leave, okay? Yeah. All right, you be free, go. But yeah, so like if I had known that those were actual stereotypes amongst military, I probably wouldn't need that Cat 4 waiver. And yeah, so then I probably would have known from the get-go that it was all just japes. Also, he said he's going to send me a bunch of stuff. He's like sending me the Gun Bunny female pomade, so Braden, look out, bitch. He's sending me a few of the other scents, like the I Married a Stripper and Pop Smoke and whatever. So when those come in, you know, we're gonna have to do, obviously, another fresh reaction video for those, because I'm not gonna lie, the scents are really fucking good. Anyway, back to non-editing Matt. Yeah, so that wraps things up for today, guys. Just wanted to make a quick update video about Combat Combover. I am glad that it's all satire, even if I still don't like it personally. And like I said, the owners are super chill, so I do appreciate that, and I appreciate that they were just welcome to a roast. I mean, they're military people, so they gotta have thick skin, so I appreciate that they were able to just like have a chill conversation with me about it and let me know what was good. So please do stay tuned to the channel. We got plenty more stuff coming up. I've got the Forte stuff in finally. I've got a bunch of Cub & Co. finally to look at. That stuff has been on my radar for a while, as well as many more. So if you haven't already, feel free to hit that sub button down below to keep up to date with everything. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching. And we'll see you at the next one.